Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing, and this is the PWRL Sony IndyCar Series. We are at the Lady in Black this week to rate for a special race on Thanksgiving here at Darlington. Can't wait to see how this goes. Before we get to the starting lap, some driver changes. Charles Sanford is replacing Jason Marshall, and just for this race, Skyla Johnson will be making her IndyCar Series debut in her second PWRL start overall, because she is a relief driver for Jeffrey Finguy this week. Finguy will be back next week. On another note, points leader Joseph Clark is starting back in 23rd, and this is not good for him in the championship. He needs to be able, if he wants to stay, if he doesn't want to lose a ton of points for the championship, he needs to recover from that. Here's a look at our starting lineup. Zach Buchanan is on the pole, getting his second pole of the season. He needs to catch up in the points. Starting next to him is Max Skinner. Row 2 is Mark McCook and Hunter Xanders, who's still toughing it out with that broken hand. Row 3, Tony Blazer and Maxwell Vady. Row 4, Kyle Sosnowski and Kevin Orrick. And rounding out the top 10 is Todd Nathan and Ryan Acosta. It's especially not good for Joseph Clark because his two major championship contenders, Buchanan and Acosta, Ryan Acosta, of course, are starting in the top 10, as you see, and Buchanan's on the pole. Here is the rest of the starting lineup. As this championship gets ever so more intense, we are here at Darlington for the Darlington Indy Showdown. Who is going to take home the trophy? The pace car dives for pit road, and we're about to have 38 open wheel cars take the green flag. And the green is out at Darlington. Oh, there's wrecking. There's problems right off the bat. Someone's gone spinning. It's Barney Ward. The caution has come out. Oh no! Max Skinner and Todd Nathan! Those two saved it! At the end of the first lap, Joseph Clark has moved up to 19th. Caution is out on lap number 1. Comes out for Barney Ward. Let's take a look at what happened. This is a pretty minor incident, but this could have had championship implications. It happened right around Joseph Clark. In fact, Clark and the Barney Ward are racing side by side. Barney Ward hits the wall, just came inches from sweeping across Clark's back end, but will instead sweep across the front end of Richard Johnson, hits the wall, and manages to get it going again pretty quickly. So good job by Barney Ward. Then of course there's the save by Todd Nathan and Max Skinner. Let's come back to the restart. We're going back to the green flag on lap number 6 of 56. No drivers or out racers all that last caution. There were pit stops. There were pit stops under that caution. Here is your running order. Max Skinner is first. Aaron Williams is second. Inman J is third. Daniel Culp is fourth. Zach Buchanan is now fifth. Sixth is Hunter Xanders with that toughing it out with that broken hand. 7th is Tony Blazer, 8th Kyle Sosnowski, 9th is Todd Nathan, and 10th is Mark McCook. 11th Rob Thomas, 12th Tyler Manson, 13th Ben Ward, 14th, Kevin Ulrich. 15th, Jasmine Acosta. 16th, Ryan Acosta. 17th, Mackenzie Hopkins. 18th, Joseph Clark, points leader. 19th, Maxwell Vady. And 20th is Skyla Johnson. 21st, Thomas McCook. 22nd, Rhett Yates. 23rd, Brandon Bain. 24th, Taylor Costa. 25th, Richard Johnson. 26th, Hannah Smith. 27th, Chris Riggenbach. 28th, Charles Sandwich. 29th, Mason Wood. Dion Scott is 30th. And then it's Garrett Norton, Max McCook, Zachary Robinson, Theo Bain, Jack Nathan, Emilio Navarre, Daniel Hummel, and Barney Ward rounding out the field. Pace car dives for pit road. Gonna get the green flag back out. And the green flag is back out. Good start by the top two, Max Skinner and Aaron Williams. Might need to take a look for the field here though. Check for any side-by-side battles, because turns 1 and 2 doesn't appear to be the place, because turn 2 is not coming out of turn 2. That's not really the place for it. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of crashes here at Darlington. Is yellow out? I thought I saw no. We're still green, and Aaron Williams goes for the top spot now. Max Skinner leads. Oh, I think I saw a little contact. Yeah, caution's back out, but we're gonna race it back to the line. Whoa, man, these open wheel cars do not take the Darlington very well, do they? Man, these Indy cars do not take the Darlington very well. Oh, Cisnowski! Oh, Tony Blazer and Kyle Cisnowski! Oh no, they're wrecking! We got a big pile up here, and Joseph Clark is involved. Joseph Clark got a little piece of. It's not that bad. It's not that serious. Oh my! There! Oh gosh! Oh god! Oh god! That was a scare. Oh man, a big wreck has occurred on lap number 8. That was a pretty big wreck. Let's take a look at what happened. We're gonna be here a while. Well, as it turns out, Joseph Clark was in both of those incidents. Didn't really get a big piece in either of them, but this could still hurt him in the championship. Mackenzie Hopkins hits the wall, bounces off of Joseph Clark. That's the piece he gets there, and Clark's gonna hit the wall. That's not good for him. Both Hopkins and Clark hit the wall, and Maxwell Vady's gonna get into the 68. Gonna bounce Hopkins back up into the wall, then gonna bounce back down to Thomas McCook. That's gonna send the 68 down the track, and then there's Rhett Yates, and that's gonna send the 68 spinning. And then there's gonna be another incident when Thomas McCook bounces off of some cars, gets hit by Chris Rickenbaugh and Hannah Smith, and they're gonna go up into the wall. There's the debutante, Charles Sanford. He's gonna get involved in this one, and ooh. This one's a much rougher incident. And then, well, it's like all 3 of the Sarah Fisher cars are gonna get wrecked here at Darlington. Here's a look at. You're gonna take a quick look at the other wreck. Well, actually, it's not gonna be a quick look. It's a big one. Here we go. This is gonna be a look at what happened here. Kyle Cisnowski still struggling to find a good run in that 66 car. Bounces off the wall. Gets into Tony Blazer. Kyle Cisnowski and Tony Blazer are the president and vice president of the INORL, respectively. Tony Blazer bounces down into the 80 and the 7. They go spinning. And watch them pile up. I'm going to go on spectator cam to give you a look at all this carnage that occurred here. I don't really have many words to describe how much carnage occurred here. Does Brandon Bain make it through? I think he does, unless I'm looking at the wrong car. 2 of the Free Penske cars were involved in that. Also, we got an Andretti Autosport car, Dion Scott, and Rob Thomas. Dion Scott's gonna slam into the back. No, not gonna slam in the back of anybody, but. But oh man, here comes Jack Nathan. Nathan's gonna come in And this is where it gets big. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Got to, yes, slam into. And then Mason was gonna jack him up, and oh my gosh, look at that! Nathan's gonna get tipped over. He literally got jacked up on a roll bar. Look at that! Oh my gosh, that's a pretty severe incident. We're gonna ride on board of Jack Nathan. Certainly a wild ride. Let's take you back to the restart. We are going back to the green flag on lap number 12 of 56. Drivers out of the race are Maxwell Vady, Rhett Yates, Jack Nathan, Mason Wood, and Charles Sanford. His debut gets ended abruptly. Tough break for him. Here's a look at your running order. Aaron Williams is first. Daniel Culp is second. Zach Buchanan is third. M&J is fourth. Fifth is Hunter Xanders. Sixth, Jasmine Acosta. Seventh, Ben Ward. Eighth, Tyler Manson. Ninth, Brandon Bain. 10th, Emilio Navarrete. 11th, Taylor Costa. 12th, Dion Scott. 13th, Todd Nathan. 14th, Barney Ward. 15th, Rob Thomas. 16th, points leader Joseph Clark. 17th, Max Mickacook. 18th, Mark Mickacook. 19th, Garrett Nord. And 20th is Kevin Ulrich. 21st, Kyle Sosnowski. 22nd, Skylar Johnson. 23rd, Richard Johnson. Those two are not related. 24th, T.O. Bain. And 25th is Tony Blazer. As I just said, Richard Johnson and Skylar Johnson are not related to each other. And the green flag is back out. That incident surely shook up the running order, as Daniel Culp has had a horrible season, but has managed to work his way through all the carnage to restart in the second position. Going to see what he can do. And Culp's actually going for the lead here. Could Culp lead a lap for the first time in his Sony IndyCar Series career? No, he's not going to get a good enough run, as some cars are coming down pit road. We could be looking at green flag pit stops unless they wreck. And Culp is really trying hard to lead a lap for the first time in his Sony IndyCar Series career. And Aaron Williams! Oh man, they're robbing and banging, and oh my gosh, they saved it. How did Aaron Williams save that? Oh, Aaron Williams hit the wall again? And Daniel Culp will lead a lap for the first time in his PWRL Sony IndyCar Series career, but now he's got pressure from Zach Buchanan, and I think the caution's out. I saw smoke. Yes, it is. And there goes Zach Buchanan flying around the 79. The 79 does, after leading that lap, the 79 appears to have lost a little handling, and then, oh! 79! Oh, that was close. But he kept it off the wall. Just checking. And no, they did not wreck. Oh, there's Dion Scott. Oh, no, Aaron Williams! Aaron Williams' bad luck in this series continues. Aaron Williams was had a massive wreck at Claremont. I know, I call it Vancouver earlier, but now I'm calling that track Claremont. Ever since then, he's really just not been able to get anything going. Well, actually, he's had bad luck before that. It only continues here. Let's take a look at what happened. First up, before we go look at what brought the caution, there's an incident before this that almost brought a caution but didn't. Everyone actually managed to keep it straight, but watch Mark Mickacook here go up in the wall. He gets sideways, not once, not twice. There's a third time, 4, and Mark Mickacook goes sideways in the wall 5 times and manages to save it all five of them. Now let's get to the 77 of Aaron Williams to give you a look at what happened to bring out the caution. I'm pretty sure this is a lap ago, so I'm trying to get back up to where it happened. There we go. Aaron Williams is going to slide up into this wall. He's going to hit the wall and is going to bounce into Milo Navarrete. Navarre will spin. You see Ben Ward hits the wall. Navarre saves it. No, Navarre saves it, but here comes Aaron Williams. Here comes Dion Scott. He's going to hit Aaron Williams. I don't know what he just said there. Ben Ward is collected. There's Todd Nathan. Does he get through? No! Todd Nathan, top 10 points, is involved in this. Of course, he's way off the points lead, but still, not good for him. And Barney Ward. Oh! And look at Aaron Williams getting jacked up by the 6. Will he tip over? Yes, he will. Aaron Williams is... My gosh, how much of this are we seeing? Chaos here at Darlington. Aaron Williams flips. But manages to keep it going somehow. 5 out of 23 of Garrett Norton involved in a wreck. I guess not. Oh, Skylar Johnson and Kevin Orrick hit the wall. Oh, is there another incident here? No, it doesn't look like it. We're gonna go on, but wow, that was crazy. We're gonna go on board of Aaron Williams and then Todd Nathan, but first we're gonna go on board of Aaron Williams. Second time we've gone on board of him lately. Man. Now we're going to get an onboard look of Todd Nathan in the Boy Scouts of America car. Wow, wild ride for Todd Nathan. Wow, well, let's get back to the restart. We are going back to the green flag, lap number 19 of 56. Drivers out of the race. There are a lot of them. Aaron Williams, Ben Ward, Todd Nathan, Dion Scott, Barney Ward, and Taylor Acosta are all out of the race. There were pit stops under that last caution. Here is the running order. Richard Johnson is first. He's gonna get some bonus points for that, so that's really good for him. That's really good news for him. That's Daniel Hummel. He's a lap down. Second is Ryan Acosta. Third, Daniel Culp. Fourth, Jasmine Acosta. Fifth, Edmund J. Sixth, Brandon Bain. Seventh, Emilio Navarre. Eighth, Hunter Xanders. Ninth, Tyler Manson. And 10th is Zach Buchanan. 11th, Garrett Norton. 12th, Joseph Clark. 13th, Skyla Johnson. 14th, Rob Thomas. 15th, Mackenzie Hopkins. 16th, Chris Rickenboss. 17th, Zachary Robinson. 18th, Kevin Orrick. 19th, Kyle Sosnowski. And 20th is Tony Blazer. Again, that 21 of Daniel Hummel is one lap down. Neither Hummel or Richard Johnson have had good seasons. Richard Johnson in the experimental Honda chassis has had a horrible season. Pace car dives for pit road. We're going to get back to the green. And the green is back out. I know Richard Johnson is loving the fact that he's getting some bonus points, but Daniel Hummel got a huge jump. And Daniel Culp getting a big run goes for the lead. I think something's wrong with the 036. Oh, I think that might have bottled up the field. No, we're still going, but something... Oh man, something's wrong with the 036, but at least he got bonus points. But this puts Daniel Culp back in the lead. But he's got a challenge from Inman J. Oh, they almost make contact. But they keep it going. Still going green. Inman J is now up. Caution is out, but that happened after the leaders crossed the line, so they'll race it back. Inman J is now leading at Darlington. Man, Richard Johnson is running way off the pace for some reason. And Brandon Bain now tries to catch Daniel Culp, but that doesn't work. Inman J will lead. Drivers involved. I think T.O. Bain, Thomas Miccook, and Mark Miccook might have been involved. Oh, Zachary Robinson. He was on the 8. He was going... Does Robinson have problems? Well, let's take a look at the replay and find out. Well, here's a look at what happened. Watch up at the left hand of your screen. Ryan Acosta, championship contender, hits the wall, bounces into one of the X-side cars, hits the wall again, and gets spun around by Jasmine Acosta, who is also a championship contender. Acosta's gonna get spun. Tyler Manson's involved. Does Zach Buchanan get through? Oh, he gets a tiny hit from his teammates, Manton, but does get through without but I'll say he does get through unscathed, so that's good for him. Does the other main championship contender, does Joseph Clark, get through unscathed? Oh no, he does not. Once again, he gets a small piece. That's the third wreck he's gotten a small piece of. Oh, but this time looks like he's got a little wing damage on the back. Got a little damage on the back spoiler. See you back for the restart. We're going back to the green flag on lap number 25 of 56. Drivers out of the race are Thomas Mickacook, Aaron Williams, and Ben Wardall. I think I might already said that. Here's a look at your running order. Zachary Robinson is a lap down. M&J is first. Kyle Sosnowski is second. Brandon Bain is third. Hunter Xanders is fourth. Emilio Navarre is fifth. Sixth is Daniel Culp. Seventh, Richard Johnson. Eighth, Jasmine Acosta. Ninth, Ryan Acosta. And 10th is Garrett Norton. 11th, Joseph Clark. 12th, Tyler Manson. 13th, Skylar Johnson. 14th, Zach Buchanan. 15th, Rob Thomas. 16th, Mackenzie Hopkins. 17th, Chris Rickenbach. 18th, Kevin Ork. 19th, Hannah Smith. And 20th is Tony Blazer. Daniel Hummel on the inside there, also a lap down. Correction, Daniel Hummel on the inside is 3 laps down. Gosh, he's way behind. Pace car after pit road. There were some pit stops I like to add. Anyway, pace car after pit road. And the green is back out. And the top and second and third are going to be caught on the outside. But Hunter Xander's looking on the inside. Oh, they hit the wall. No, they do not. Richard Johnson there. He's going to drop like a rock for the field. Yeah, he is dropping. He is dropping fast as Hummel comes down pit road. Richard Johnson, tough break for him, but really, this car has just been off the pace all season. But he gave it a good effort. I hope we can see Richard Johnson back next season, hopefully doing good as Kyle Sosnowski hits the wall. Back up to the front, we've got Inman J, who's pulled out. Brandon Bain is now in second. Hunter Xanders is running in third. Fourth is Emilio Navarre, and fifth is Daniel Culp. Culp back up into the top 5 here, as the green is still out. Hunter Xanders. How about Hunter Xanders? Currently running, and he's been in the top 10 all day, and is now up to third. And remember, he's got a broken hand, but he's toughing it out like Brad but he's toughing it out like eventual 2012 Sprint Cup champion Brad Keselowski after his Road Atlanta crash. Oh, but there's smoke. Caution might be out now. No, caution is not out. I thought the caution was out, but no. Oh, there's a lot of smoke, but no caution has come out. But it seems some drivers might have gotten wrecked there. And if that's so, then among them is probably your championship contender, Ryan Acosta. That's bad news for Ryan Acosta if that's the case. Is Brandon Bain back up to the front? Is Brandon Bain catching him and Jay? The caution is now out. They'll race it back to the line. So now it doesn't really matter unless he can get him in one turn here. And he sure isn't. But we'll see if he is catching. Yes, he was catching. And he's definitely gonna be aided by the caution unless he decides to come in. Well, let's take a look at what happened. This is a pretty simple incident. Daniel Culp goes up into the wall. He's dropped like a. Oh no, that's Tony Blazer. Tony Blazer goes up into the wall, bounces down to Max Skinner, just like our other incidents here at Darlington. Oh, but Skinner got real lucky. Actually, might have been hit by Richard Johnson. No, he was not hit by Richard Johnson. A good dodge by Johnson. What a disaster of a season it's been for that 036 team, but maybe they'll be able to make a comeback or something. We'll have to see because this this series will have Pigs Creek and Zen Joltis, believe it or not. That could be a good opportunity for him to make a comeback. Well, let's see it back for the restart. We're going back to the green flag, lap number 34 of 56. No drivers out of the race. There's all at last caution. There were pit stops. Here is your running order. Brandon Bain is now first. Inman J is down to second. Third, Daniel Culp. Fourth, Emilio Levaret. Fifth, Garrett Norden. Sixth, Jasmine Acosta. Seventh, Joseph Clark. Points leader has now moved up. Eighth, Hunter Xanders. Ninth, Skyla Johnson. And 10th is Zach Buchanan. How about Skyla Johnson, though? She's been doing great in both of her debuts. At this pace, it would be really good I think it would be really good for that team, for that whole team of drivers that finished 909 has as the green flag's back out. If Skyla Johnson was given a full-time drive here, she's done a great job. Although she is gonna get a challenge for oh man, I saw Robinson and Hummel way down on the track. Oh, no contact. Brandon Bain now leads the field. This has been an unusually good day for Daniel Culp in that 79 car. Quite a surprise. Green is still out. And Culp now tries to get around the 36. And Inman J's the wall! He bounces into Culp! Culp saves it, but the 32 is around! Caution is gonna be out! Inman J saved it, but that's still gonna bring out a caution. Tyler Manson! Look, Tyler Manson, Max Skinner! That's a close call, but oh man, this is stressful. Well, you basically saw what happened as Daniel Culp is now in the second, and you basically saw what happened there. So we'll just get to the next restart. Brandon Bain is your current leader. We are going back to the green flag on lap number 40 of 56. No drivers out of the race. There's all that last caution. There were more pit stops, and here is your new running order. Zach Buchanan is now in first. Second is Hannah Smith. Third is Rob Thomas. Fourth, Richard Johnson. Fifth, T.O. Bain. Sixth, Brandon Bain. Seventh, Emilio Levaret. Eighth, Garrett Norden. Ninth, Hunter Xanders. And 10th is Daniel Culp. 11th is Jasmine Acosta. 12th, Joseph Clark. 13th, Skyla Johnson. 14th, Chris Rickenbaugh. 15th, Inman J. 16th, Mackenzie Hopkins. 17th, Max McCook. 18th, Tony Blazer. 19th, Tyler Manson. And 20th is Kevin Ulrich. Well, Zach Buchanan now back at the front of the field. I know he would love to win this race. I know. Joseph Clark's title opponents for the championship, Jasmine Acosta, Zach Buchanan, as I just mentioned, and Ryan Acosta really want to see the 9 run into trouble. But of course, Ryan Acosta's gotten the short end of the stick among the championship contenders, as he's currently in 22nd and has been involved in a few incidents. That's not too pretty back there. Oh, man. Oh, wow. T.O. Bain does not have a rear wing on that car. How is he still racing? And cars are slowing down. And, car coming down pit road. It was Daniel Hummel. Hummel does appear to have problems with his car. And there goes Richard Johnson, dropping through the field like a rock again. And here's a look at Joseph Clark, see what happens to him as they're coming upon Richard Johnson. Fastest lap of the race goes to Brandon Bain. Clark tries to get around T.O. Bain now. Some contact with the wall. They did not wreck. Will Joseph Clark be able to get around Richard Johnson quickly? Johnson throws the block on the 9. Although he is off the pace, he has a right to do so because that is for position. And actually, Johnson is now gaining pace. So let's get back to the front of the field where we have Zach Buchanan there. Sorry about that. Being chased down by Brandon Bain, and the caution's out again. Garrett Norden. Just checking. Here we go on. Oh wow, more cars. Kevin Ulrich, Mackenzie Hopkins, they're out of the race. And Brandon Bain was catching again. Let's take a look at what happened. Well, here's a look at what happened. Richard Johnson was actually starting to make some progress and was trying to get past Garrett Norden. Norden will slide up into the wall, though. He will bounce down into Richard Johnson. Johnson actually manages to save it, but no, he keeps off the wall. Good dodge by another good dodge by Skylar Johnson this week. Norton's gonna go spinning and is gonna get slammed by somebody here. Oh, that's gonna be Mackenzie Hopkins, and Kevin Ulrich has nowhere to go but into the 68. Those guys did not have anywhere to go. Here's Kyle Sosnowski. Man, Sarah Fisher, that team has just had such bad luck all season. And now they finally have a real good driver in Kyle Sosnowski. Well, the whole armada of cars is still getting taken into the wall. Or another car. Let's get back to the restart. We're going to be getting back to the green flag, lap number 48 of 56. There will be 9 laps to go. Drivers out of the race are Kevin Ulrich, Mackenzie Hopkins, and Garrett Norden. Daniel Hummel's freaking 9 laps down. What the heck? Here is your running order. Zach Buchanan is first. Brandon Bain is second. Rob Thomas is third. Hannah Smith is fourth. Emilio Navarre is fifth. Hunter Xanders is sixth. Seventh, Daniel Culp. Eighth, Jasmine Acosta. Ninth is Richard Johnson. And 10th is Joseph Clark. 11th, Skylar Johnson. 12th, Inman J. 13th, Tony Blazer. 14th, Chris Riggenbaugh. 15th, Mark Bighook. 16th, T.O. Bain. 17th, Tyler Manson. 18th, Max Skinner. 19th, Kyle Sosnowski. And 20th is Ryan Acosta. This is good news for Zach Buchanan. Can he hold on, win the race, and gain valuable points on Joseph Clark? But I don't know. He's starting to get some pressure on that as Clark is now in the top 10. Green flag back in the air. 9 laps to go at Darlington. We'll be coming back to Darlington next week for the truck race. The trucks will be heading to Darlington for the Mobile 1 250. Auto in that race at Darlington will be under the lights. Back to this race though, we're gonna have 8 laps to go now as Buchanan continues to lead. Will Brandon Bain go for it? He's still looking for his 3rd win of the season. Bain goes underneath. Brandon Bain now leads as the caution flies again. Could this move have just won Brandon Bain the race? But now, Zach Buchanan and Rob Thomas, 2 Andretti Autosport teammates running with each other. Oh, Buchanan gets shoved into the wall by Hummel! Buchanan, I'd say, just got LePaged by Hummel, and it's going to cost him 2nd. And Richard Johnson, tough break. Involved in an incident yet again. So much for a good race for Richard Johnson. Let's take a look at what happened. Well, Richard Johnson was unsurprisingly moving backwards. He always moves backwards on these restarts. And he hits the wall. He's going to bounce into the 26 of Tyler Manson. That's going to send him for a spin. And it was only those two. Not pretty minor incident. Wait, no, they wrecked it. Oh, I think there's another wreck here. Something just totally shut me up. There's another incident. We have had another incident. Skylar Johnson had a piece of it. That might have triggered triggered another incident. No, this is completely different. Hannah Smith hits the wall and bounces into Navarre. Bounces off the wall again into Hunter Xanders. Xanders keeps going, but Smith will then bounce into the wall again, gets into Daniel Culp. And there they go. Will Jasmine Acosta, championship contender, make it through? 4th in points. Oh, Joseph Clark hits a 67 hard. He's smoking! Smoke! There's gonna be hit for Clark! Clark was involved! Skylar Johnson, Oddman J. But there's the big story. Joseph Clark, what has suffered terminal damage in that number 9 card. In all 3 series, we have had championship implications. We have had championship implications in all 3 series now. Joseph Clark is in big trouble. Well, let's take you back to the restart. This just opened it up. This just opened the door. This just opened the door up wide for people who want to gain ground in the championship. When we come back to the green flag, number 54, 56, there'll be 3 laps to go. Drivers out of the race are Joseph Clark. And Joseph Clark is the only driver out as a result of that last incident. Big championship implications. Brandon Bain is first. Rob Thomas is second. Zach Buchanan is third. Emilio Navarro is fourth. Hunter Xanders is fifth. Jasmine Acosta is sixth. 7th, Daniel Culp. 8th, Hannah Smith. 9th, M&J. 10th, Tony Blazer. 11th, Zachary Robbins. Wait, no, Robinson's a lap down. 11th is Chris Rickenbaugh. 12th, Mark McHook. 13th, Max Skinner. 14th, Kyle Sosnowski. 15th, T.O. Bain. 16th, Tyler Manson. 17th, Max McHook. 18th, Ryan Acosta. 19th, Richard Johnson. And 20th is Skyla Johnson. If a caution comes out, the race is over. And seeing how long our green flag runs have been, I think we might end this race under caution. Pace car dives for pit road. Either way, it's whether we get another caution or not, it's still the final restart of the day. And the green flag is out. Despite his Retro Series success, second place Rob Thomas has yet to win in the PWRL. Could this be the day? I don't know though. Brandon Bain pulls out to a big lead, and Rob Thomas now has pressure from teammate Zach Buchanan, who is fighting for a championship, and with a Joseph Clark getting involved at incident, getting taken out in that wreck, in that last wreck. The door just got opened wide for the 37. Also, Jasmine Acosta had the door opened up. had the door opened up for her. And Rob Thomas now getting a challenge from Buchanan. Thomas runs up the track. Will he hit the wall? Yes, he will. And oh, he bounces. That's the lead for it. It's over. Rob Thomas. Oh! And Acosta! Out of wrecking. A big wreck has occurred on the final lap of the... As occurred 2 to go, it's going to end the race. Ryan Acosta! Oh, big wreck! And then Ryan Acosta made it! Brandon Bain, on the other hand... Meanwhile, Brandon Bain is going to win his 3rd win of the season, and fellow championship contender Zach Buchanan will finish 2nd. 3rd is a rookie, Emilio Navarro, at 4th, Hunter Xanders, and 5th is Daniel Culp. Wow, what a way for this race to end. Before we look at the replay, since it's already final lap, we're going to watch Brandon Bain cross the line. And look at that! Ryan Acosta and Richard Johnson are ranked in the top 10. If they finish in there, that'll be good for both of them. Ryan Acosta will get 9th, good for him in the championship, and Richard Johnson will finally get a good run. And well, man, what a finish! Off the final corner at a screaming 45 miles an hour, it's gonna be Brandon Bain getting his 3rd win of the season here at Darlington. Where's Richard Johnson? Ah, quite unfortunate for Richard Johnson. He might have been involved in that incident. We're gonna back up. See, no, it's like some people had to come down pit road there. Some people had to come down pit road, and unfortunately for Richard Johnson, he was one of them. Kyle Sosnowski is going to round out the top 10, but it says he's out of the race. Well, before we go, this was a great race with an awesome finish, but before we go, let's take a look at what happened to end the race. This was certainly a tough break for Rob Thomas, who just cannot catch a break. Also, I forgot to mention that Rob Thomas is off probation now. He hit the wall, goes into Emilio Navarro. Yeah, I forgot to mention that Rob Thomas is off probation, so this incident will not get him suspended, and not to mention it was not really his fault. And there's Jasmine Acosta. That's a tough break for her. She could have gotten a lot of points here today, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. And oh wow, look at the 80 of Mark McHook. Acosta's gonna get hit. Jasmine Acosta is gonna get hit by multiple cars here. Look at this. Big wreck. And oh, Chris Rickenbaugh! Oh, that's not good. Man, how many flips have we had today? I think that's the fourth flip. I think we had a fourth flip to end the race, and Skylar Johnson was taken out in this incident. Tough break for Skylar Johnson. She could have had another great debut. She could have had a great debut just like in the trucks, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be there either. But man, how about this? All right, let's go on board with Chris Rickenbaugh. Wow. Well, after that insane wreck to end the race, it's time. That's gonna be all we have this week. Be sure to stick around next week for more racing action. Although won't be these series next week. These series will be taking a week off. Instead, we'll have the WSCT Taco Bell GT series, and also the PWRL lights will finally be getting underway. Here comes results and standings, and watch a production of the Pro World Racing League, where real racing happens. See you next time.